Hello everyone and welcome to Tigers Weekly. I'm your host, Zach Bayruti. And this week we'll preview the upcoming women's basketball season and also take an in-depth look at women's volleyball, who over the weekend hosted their third annual Pacific Digs Pink match. Coming off last season's impressive run to the semifinals of the Big West Tournament, the Pacific women's basketball team is looking to carry that momentum forward into the 2011-2012 campaign. The Tigers are returning 6 players, including 3 starters from last year's squad. We caught up with head coach Lynn Roberts and junior forward Kendall Rodriguez as they look ahead to the upcoming season. Give us a newcomer we should keep an eye on this year.
Well, I think probably the one that is going to make the most impact isn't really a newcomer in Ashley Wakefield, but she redshirted last year, just getting healthy and getting eligible. And she, I think, is going to really do some things for us. And she brings a speed and explosiveness that I've never coached before. And so having that on the wing and on the perimeter, just her explosiveness is really something we've never had and very few teams do have in the Big West. So I think she's probably going to be the biggest impact new player, even though she was in the program last year but wasn't on the floor.
You looking for Kendall to take on a little bit more of a leadership role this year? Yeah,
Kendall Rodriguez is by far the leader of this team so far, and she had a great offseason, coming off a really solid sophomore year, and her commitment level and her buy-in level is 100%, which is exciting. And she's as skilled as she's ever been. She's in the best shape of her life, and she definitely is the leader of this team right now, and I anticipate her to have a great year.
You feel like now more than ever you're a leader on the team coming back, returning as a junior?
Yeah. I was captain last year, and it was a young squad, but I feel like everyone's matured, so it's a lot easier for me to lead out there this year. But I feel like I have a lot more experience from last year, too. That's exciting.
You feel like the team, I know you guys haven't had much of a chance yet to practice all that much, but do you feel like the team's starting to come together a little bit, maybe even off the court kind of way with team building?
Looking back on the past years, I would say that this year's team more than ever is so much more cohesive than it was in the past. Like, our chemistry off the course is far greater than it was these past years that I've been here. So, and already, we've only practiced about 5 times, and it already is transferring over to the court. And playing with each other, you can sense there's so much more trust and a lot more selflessness on the court, and that's great to play with when you know that no one's in it for themselves, everyone's in it for the greater good of the team, and you could definitely sense that. So I'm really pumped about that aspect.
Turning our attention to women's volleyball, it's been an up and down 2 weeks for the Orange and Black. After being swept on their road trip to UC Santa Barbara and Cal Poly the weekend of September 30th, the Tigers came back strong at home this past weekend, sweeping Cal State Northridge and UC Riverside at the Spanos Center. The Tigers are now 12-7 overall and 3-3 in conference. Right now, where do you feel the team's strengths are, and where do you feel the areas where you need to improve?
Our strengths are, we're a pretty big physical team. We're just young, but I think we're learning from some of the mistakes we make. If you look at our blocking from the beginning of the season now, we've almost doubled what we do per set. Offensively, we've got some very live lines, and that's our strength. And things we got to build on, our passing has got to get a little bit better. Our serving is improving a lot, and I think if we can improve in that area, that benefits our block a little bit more. I think, and just getting that game experience with a young team, them just learning how, you got 6 brand new girls learning a brand new system, so a much faster system than any of them have ever played in. So I think, but they're coming along.
On Saturday night, the Pacific women's volleyball team played in its 3rd annual Dig Pink match in honor of those affected by breast cancer. The Tigers handled UC Riverside in straight sets, but perhaps more importantly, they raised money for the Side Out Foundation, which in turn awards grants to medical research organizations and entities dedicated to providing compassionate support to breast cancer patients and their families. All right, Gabby, talk about what it means to be a part of the Pacific Digs Pink event. You've been a part of it now for 3 years.
Well, basically, it's just an event to honor breast cancer and support breast cancer awareness. So I think they had some event up on the concourse where people came early and talked about things, and they have a lot of booths and stuff where local supporters come in and promote different things like that. And so I think it's just to show the community that we support breast cancer and we're want to help with research and everything.
A reminder that Midnight Mania takes place this Friday as both the men's and women's basketball teams prepare for their upcoming seasons. The The doors to the Spanos Center open at 8:30 p.m. with the festivities set to begin at 9, which include many prizes and giveaways. To find out more, visit PacificTigers.com. Until next week, so long everyone, and go Tigers.